If you ever want to trade tactics, I'm always ready. It's hard to remain on dry land for so long. Never quite seem to get my land legs back. If you ever want to trade tactics, I'm always ready. It's hard to remain on dry land for so long. Never quite seem to get my land legs back. If you ever want to trade tactics, I'm always ready.
Por fin. Perfecto. Échate para atrás.
If you ever want to trade tactics, I'm always ready.
¿Qué? Me lo pensaré. Pues ha puesto uno que te gusta, ¿verdad? ¿Adai qué? Este crío.
Absorption test. Stand clear. Opening box of Adepti tricks. Enhanced animal module 75.
Bueno, esto es conectado. Este por aquí. Pues bueno.
This opportunity is quite hard to come by. Well then, amuse me. Surrender is a valid option. I promise I'll be gentle. Coming.
I'm going in!
A fine opportunity. You've made some progress. Guess I should take you more seriously.
Power that ended hype!
All you do is run. The price of a single slip.
6308. Yeah.
Hmm.
When you're high up, everyone can hear your voice.
Vamos a ver. Los piecitos están por ahí. Joder, sí están por ahí. En fin, vamos a cogerlo. Continuamos.
When stuck on a deserted island, rain is a precious source of drinking water. There's no need for it now, though. Cold beer after a hard day's work. Nothing like it.
¿Qué otra? ¿Qué canta?
Ese que está siguiendo tiene un malo.
No. No es un malo. Vamos a ver. Nada, que no escucha. Pues peor me lo pones. Si escuchas y no haces caso, es que eres aún más malo. ¿Qué haces?
When stuck on a deserted island, rain is a precious source of drinking water. There's no need for it now, though.
We are right.
Muy bien. ¿Por qué me gritas? Deja la puerta que la rompes. La rompes.
Orders given. Orders received.
Dime.
Eyes on me!
Array, deja la puerta.
Animal hypostasis emulation. Absorption test. Life goes on. Go.
To ashes! Sacred name, fortune preserve. Oh, wheel of life. Animal test 63. Eyes on me! Back at ya!
Go.
Oye, ¿qué haces? ¡Ella! ¿Qué habla? ¿Qué habla? ¿Dónde es que me comprende que llama? Sí, pero no son. Adiós, Andai. Chao.
It's hard to remain on dry land. Ah, cold beer after a hard day's work. Nothing like it.
Another test subject.
Wheel of life. Play.
Have a little taste. That tingle?
You haven't won yet.
That tingle?
Wow.
That tingle? Picked the wrong test subject. That tingle?
Teamwork is dreamwork.
That tingle?
Swirl. Marked. Absorption. Stand clear. Don't break my glasses.
To ashes.
Have a little taste.
Take this.
Picked the wrong test subject.
Rise.
¿Lo dabas caso? Creo que si lo dabas a caso. Bueno, al menos estás tranquila. Yo que al menos estás tranquila.
Go.
Se van, ¿no? Piedra. No, lo mismo. Si lo cantas a dónde está la piedra.
Back at ya!
I'm going in! Wheel of life. Orders given. Orders received. Animal test. Animal hypostasis simulation.
Eyes on me!
Si lo planifico no me sale. Me ha salido porque no lo planifico.
Rise.
Así es. ¿Por qué no lo planifico? No digo planificar y no sale. Bueno, voy a ir para aquí para descubrir ese otro. Muy bien tenerlo descubierto.
Time to work.
Teamwork is strength. Let's light it up. Wheel of life.
Get
Stand
back
clear.
into it.
Animal test 60.
Time to fulfill my duty. My duty at an end. Flash frost. It's time for a flash for that. Frozen food.
Absorption test.
No problem.
Everybody stand back. To ashes. Rise. Sacred name. Fortune preserver. Play.
Too warm.
No me está tocando lo mismo, está tocando lo de abajo de ahí. Madre mía. Esto sigue comprobando, madre mía. Vale, que sigue. Esto no sé si sube o no. No, me da igual. Torrents. Vale. No sé qué es ese ruido, pero no me da un visto. Eso. Uy. Pues también no para dónde ahora. Pasa el bicho. ¿Cómo lo digo? ¿Qué tenéis vosotros aquí? What the fucking game? No está aquí. Debajo. Caso acá. Oh, mira, uno de los planos. Sí, sigue intentando. Oh, un cofre. Parla de locha. No sé lo que hace una locha. Ni por qué las ruedas. Ah, me cabía uno
Be
escondido.
fine.
Vale, vale. Sí, de acuerdo.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. If you gather up what you can, then surely something can be done about it.
Examinar no. Haz de los eventos estos raros. Sí. ¿Ah? ¿Sigo aquí?
Cold beer after a hard day.
Understood. nothing. Give up. Don't waste my time. Give up.
Life goes on. Enhanced animal modules. Animal test 60. Stand clear. Oh. Life goes on.
Power that ended Hotshot!
Go. Orders given. Orders received.
Your life is mine.
Wheel of life.
inches!
Right. Animal test 6308. Squirrel, Mark 2.
It's nothing.
Go. Opening box of Adepti tricks.
Back at ya!
Life goes on. Oh. Like... Wow. Yeah.
Not bad.
Power that ended Haishan!
Wheel of life. Orders given. Orders received. Wheel of life.
Give up.
Stand clear.
Eyes on me!
Enhanced animal module 75.
Five.
Life goes on. Absorption test. Oh. Rise.
Back at ya! To ashes! Submit! Don't waste my time.
Animal test 6308. Opening box of a dead Hydrix. Swirl, mark, absorption test. Go.
It's nothing.
Pues vale, pues no sé qué. Vamos a ver. Ah, ya sé, yo no voy a comandarlo.
I won't hold you back. Much.
Coño, está bien, pero otro también. Poniendo. Mucha mona.
When stuck on a deserted island, rain is a precious source of drinking water. There's no need for it now, though.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. If you gather up what you can, then surely something can be.
Ah, children, come, come. You've arrived at just the right moment. I've been looking for you.
Oh, what is it, Granny? Need any help?
Oh, no, no. You've done so much for Liyue Harbor already. I could hardly ask for more. In fact, my old friends and I have been putting our heads together.
A gift? For Paimon?
Oh, child, you are so very modest. Uncommonly so, even. But you mustn't decline this gift. I simply won't allow it. When you traversed my old teapot in search of the cleansing bell, I heard your little friend mention that you often camp out in the wilds. That simply won't do. Especially since I imagine you... Fortunately, I have not yet grown so old as to see my subspace creation abilities atrophy. Oh, did my friends never mention that to you? Well then, it is a blessing we old folks once received from Rex Lapis, part of our illumination, if you will. I will not go into too much detail, but subspace creation is the ability to create a small, autonomous pocket world. The teapot that you entered previously was a little trinket created using that ability.
So, in the eyes of an Adeptus, creating a magic teapot world is just...
Oh, indeed, the teapot is nothing to boast of. One such as myself must depart from this realm to create a world of one's own. Rex Lapis, on the other hand, moved mountains and seas. That is what one might call an exercise of true power. But that's enough nostalgia for now. The gift that I have prepared for you just requires a few final materials to add the finishing.
That's right! Finding stuff's what we're good at, after all.
Oh, settle down now, children. There's no need. What's more, I doubt that you would know how to find them. Well, for starters, I require some shimmer soil from the... You would have to dig downward, following the roots of the glaze. But almost no one has been able to find shimmer soil in this manner, since even more difficult to find is smaragdus jadeite, which must be chiseled from the rock of the chasm. Or so it used to be. Ever since the Blackcliff Forge opened for business, they... In any case, smaragdus jadeite is an adepti treasure, and the adeptal power within is not something that most humans can withstand. Goodness knows if that child will succeed in...
Well, since you're an Adeptus, Gran...
Yes. I suppose she does count as an adeptus.
She counts? How come there are so many Adepti in Liyue Harbor? We seem to bump into them all the time. It feels like...
Oh, maybe so. Who can say? A fair few of my old friends are rather fond of mundane mortal life, after all.
I'm back, Granny. Oh, I don't believe we've met.
Allow me to do the honors. This child here is Yen Fei. Yen Fei, I believe you've already heard of the traveler and her traveling companion.
Of course, who hasn't? Much has been written about you in the Millilith's records. You became one of Liyue's most wanted after the Millilith marked you as a suspect following the incident at the Rite of Descent, before finally defeating an ancient god together with Granny and her associates, and subsequently being cleared of any and all suspicion by the Chiseng. What a shame. A shame that we didn't meet sooner. If we had, well, I can't say that I would have been able to clear you of suspicion immediately. Allow me to introduce myself once more. I'm Yenfei, a legal advisor. Got a legal problem? You can come right to me. Oh, yes, here's my business card. You'll find it has my contact details and office address. Keep it handy. If you have an urgent issue, just leave me a note at this address. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention, I offer a very generous
All right, Yenfei, all right. Let's get to the business at hand. You'll have to excuse Yenfei. She's always been like this.
Paimon was gonna ask the same question.
An Adeptus? I guess. Kinda. My old man said he was one anyway. He mentioned that he once campaigned with Rex Lapis for a long... They had me, and once I was all grown up, the two of them upped and left on a journey.
Well, that's a bit casual for an Adeptus. Aren't you guys supposed to sign solemn contracts to...
Well, my dad did say that he'd talked it through with Rex Lapis, and that he was Anyway, let's not dwell on that too much. So, Grant, the chasm's been sealed off, and there's just no way in. Couldn't secure any documentation either. Looks like...
Is that so? But Smaragdus, Yenfei, are you sure you can't find some other...
I know, Granny, you've told me 1,000 times already. Well, the chasm's definitely a no-go, but there's still a chance we can...
Whoa, that's a really...
Commercial consultancy. Or... Snezhnaya? Ah, found him. Krusell! A Snezhnayan merchant who once came to me with some legal queries on certain articles in the legal codices. He mentioned that he was considering acquiring some Smaragdus jadeite to make hairpins, and wanted to know if there were any legal ramifications that he should be aware of. Said he was so I guess I'll go look for him. With any luck, he'll have gotten his hands on... Oh, you want to join me? I suppose that's no problem, but it's best if you just...
Wow, an Adeptus imploring us to avoid... Best we be a little...
Some people find Yenfei...
Vale. Madre mía. Que le haya hecho a gusto
Hello,
que
Mr.
suba.
Crossell. How's business been?
Oh, good, very good. All thanks to your advice, Miss Yanfei. What brings you here today?
You're too kind. I was simply doing my job. Now, I believe that the last time we...
Well, yes, as a matter of fact, in the end I did. Miss Yanfei, might I presume that you have an interest in the hairpins? I must apologize, I've already
Wait, isn't Smaragdus jadeite really rare? Aren't you worried about the hairpins getting damaged or lost while they're being
No, I'm not worried in the slightest, because I signed a contract with Miss Juj. The contract makes it quite clear that if she loses or damages the item in question, in return, I included a clause that guarantees the Smaragdus jadeite is genuine, with a penalty of 10 times the item's value.
Guaranteed genuine, with 10 times the value payable if this claim is shown to be...
Of course. This way, both the client and I have the assurance we need.
In that case, might you know where Miss Chow lives?
Oh, of course. She wrote her address.
Thanks a lot, Mr. Crossell. We'll be out. Buying or not?
Auto reconfiguration is an essential function.
Oh, whatever shall I do? Yes, that's me. Is there some...
How do you do, Monsieur Chow? We understand from Mr. Crossell that you recently rented a pair of hair... My associates and I are very interested...
The hairpins. I don't know how it could have happened. I always kept them right by my side. I spent so much money on them. If I have to pay their original value... My family is in the ore business too, but we now have a backlog of paid-up orders just sitting around, so we've been having to purchase some stock from other ore merchants to complete them. A big banquet is coming up in a few days, and several ore merchants I know of will be there. That's what the hairpins were for, to keep up appearances. I can't have them looking down on me. But now that I've lost the hairpins...
Why does Paimon have a sudden strong sense of deja vu?
Would you really? I sent a commission to the Adventurers Guild, but
Hold on. Don't run off looking for the hairpins just yet. Mr. Chow, would you let me have a look at the rental contract you...
Huh? Well...
Let me see.
That's right! Yanfei said she's illegal at True. Though surely there must be a...
Right. I finished reading the contract. The terms are very clear, and they do indeed stipulate that you... Furthermore, the contract also expressly states that the amount of compensation must take current... And given the rarity of Smaragdus Jadeite, I fear...
Even higher? Oh, no.
Uh-oh. Jicho...
However, all of this is assuming that it is indeed genuine Smaragdus Jadeite that was inlaid in...
Did you really have to pause before saying that part? Anyway, the hairpins are lost, so whichever way you look at it, we've got to start...
Except that if we found the hairpins, there'd no longer be any need to check whether the Jadeite is genuine, would there?
Please. Please, I... Don't try. However much it is, I will have to pay it. My family are merchants, after all. It's... Now that it's come to this, I really shouldn't keep Crossel in the dark any longer.
Yes, legally speaking, it seems this is the most sensible course of action. But, so hold on a moment, Mr. Chow. When you first touched the hairpins,
What did I feel? Well, I remember that the gemstone set into the pit. My family has seen much jade pass through its hands in the past.
Smooth to the touch. No, it's nothing. I just need to re-examine a few...
Ah, Miss Yanfei, you've returned. With Miss Jiqiao in tow, too, I see. How are the hairpins? I trust you're quite satisfied with them? You lost them? Are you serious? Do you have any idea how expensive they were?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Mora! Do you have any idea what I had to go through to get my hands... I just don't... Forget it. Talking won't bring them back. Since Miss Yan...
No problem. But before I can give an official estimate, I'll need to do a little market research. Ah, yes. And if I may just confirm again... It was in fact genuine Smaragdus Jadeite inlaid into the hairpins, correct?
Of course! Genuine article guaranteed, or I pay back 10 times the value.
All right, understood. I'll conduct some market research, and once I'm back, I'll provide an official assessment of the
Thank you very much. How could she lose my hair?
Looks like I'll have to find some way to...
Please wait, Mr. Chow. I have some... It's not convenient to speak here, so let's...
I should open the store.
Miss Yanfei, what is this about? Are you here to tell me how much I owe?
No. What I wanted to talk about is, there is a chance that the ore inlaid on those hairpins may not...
What do you mean?
Obviously not. I'm no adventurer, let alone a member of the guild. I don't run thankless, time-consuming errands for a living. Let's just say I made some deductions. I don't know if Granny told you this, but Smaragdus Jadeite is found deep underground and can take... If mere mortals come into contact with it, well, they'll be sick in the best case. And in the worst case, they could even experience a dramatic change of personality. It most certainly would not be... Mr. Chow, did you at any
No, not at all. I felt perfect...
Now that is strange. I noticed earlier that there were elemental... If I've deduced correctly, He may still have this.
If that's the case, we should go confront him right.
Absolutely not. If we were to confront him now, there's no way he would admit to it. And then he'd throw the Smaragdus Jadeite into the sea the moment we were gone. After that, he would simply insist that Meanwhile, we would have to look under every stone in Liyue, hoping and praying that the hairpins do actually still exist somewhere in this world.
So vivid that Paimon thinks it might.
Oh, it certainly is. I've seen my fair share of situations like this, and brute force methods are certainly
Well then, since you're
Oh, that won't be a problem. But first,
Huh? Does there have to be a contract for everything? Paimon can't even. It feels like Yanfei is even more concerned with them than a certain someone.
These are my formal terms of engagement. Everything prior to now has just been pro bono advice. But for me to investigate any further, any work commissioned but not bound by a contract cannot be relied upon.
I understand. Then I will be glad to.
No problem. Just sign here, and I'll sign too. Okay. Now, and I'll also need your signatures on pages 5, 7, and on the very last page.
This contract has so many pages.
All right, that should do it. My fees are the same as always, and they're written in the contract. Have a look.
I've had a read through.
Well then, here's your copy of the contract. I will retain the other copy. Not for now, no. Despite how intractable this problem might sound, it will actually. I don't believe you have been part of an investigation like this before.
Miss Yunfei, I have to ask, why are you.
Because, as it happens, I'm currently trying to acquire some Smaragdus Jadeite myself. I noted whether he actually made it into an item of jewelry or not is a separate matter. But either way, also, the idea of someone abusing the law to their advantage. But again, let's not dwell on this. Let's go to. I've got it. Let's pay a visit to Chateau, the boss of the Jade. If Mr. Crossell had his ore worked on at all, Chateau would undoubtedly have been his first choice.
Liz, I can't believe
Why, hello there, honored customer. Surely not more spurious claims that my jade betting is rigged and no one can ever win? Oh.
No, nothing of the sort. Has a Snezhnayan merchant named Crossell enlisted your ore prep?
A Snezhnayan? I do remember that. That was the first time I'd ever encountered it, so I had no way of telling if it was. He was quite generous with his money, too, so I didn't. Why, yes. It was my first time encountering this ore, after all, so.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, what should I try this time?
Huh? If my eyes don't deceive me, the cross-sections and patterning suggest that these. Yes, it's not particularly rare, nor is it especially valuable. I've heard it said that Smaragdus nephrite is in fact the outer layer of Smaragdus jadeite, though no one's ever proven it.
A thin layer of separation, huh?
If you must see for yourself, try examining these shavings for traces of elemental energy.
Is that so? So, did you find anything? So they really are different. But wait, how come Jichao is able to...
There's nothing special to it. It just so happens that I've come across a great many of these in my time. These two stones actually look very similar. Someone without a deep understanding of them would find it very... There may be only a subtle difference for the casual viewer, but that translates to an astronomical difference in... And, I'm sure, a significant difference in the cost of having them...
All right, let's focus up.
But, never mind, Shirto. Why would Miss...
Unusual actions have unusual reasons behind them. Let's take...
Miss Yenfei, might I be so bold as to inquire,
If you could just confirm for me once more, sir. Mr. Crossell...
yes, that's right. I still have a record.
Then I have no further questions. But...
Of course.
Oh, I have my reasons. Ah, yes. Please sign here on this affidavit. This document shall serve as signed proof that these stone shavings...
Yes, I see.
I wouldn't say there's been an incident. Just...
With this hard evidence to back us up?
On the contrary, this is far from sufficient to build. If you want to make jewelry, you need a professional jewelsmith. Let me think. Jewelry. Aha! Got it! Singxi. She often...
Well, that was quick.
Because lots of people come to me for legal... As you know, legal... But the amendment... As such...
So you...
Yes, well... You... You sound surprised. Oh, this has...
Again with that...
Well, that's that.
Madre mía.
Thank you.
Oh, Miss Yenfei, it's you.
Have no further trouble from then on? Yeah, has a merchant by the name of Crossell asked you to put him in...
Crossell. Yes, I remember him. He's a merchant from Snezhnayan. The design of the hairpins that he gave me was quite intricate, so it took me some work to find someone who was up to... This order was on hold for a very long time, and only complete...
Doesn't seem like there's any...
Miss Singxi, I'd like for you to confirm for me once more. When Mr. Crossell commissioned you to find him a jewelsmith, did he...
Yes, I'm sure Mr. Crossell wasn't... I also kept a copy for my own records. The inlaid...
Thank you, Singxi.
Sure, it isn't serving much purpose here anyway.
Nothing you need to worry about. Just a minor issue. I'll return your...
Why is everyone's first reaction always to assume someone or something?
I believe we have almost all the evidence we need. We just need to make one last...
The weirdo with the snake around his neck?
Because only he can provide an authoritative statement confirming that once we have this final...
¿Qué quiere que le duches? ¿Qué le ha dado a esto? ¿Qué le habrá hecho?
Rest assured, the Chieftain's top priority is the people's welfare.
My, to what do I owe the pleasure? And if it isn't...
No.
Smaragdus, the seven, it is abundant. I suppose...
That is indeed the case.
No trouble at all. But after I won...
You...
You're too kind. Take care now.
That Baiju guy is as weird as ever. Is it just Or does it feel like he was fishing for something back there?
Dr. Baiju's always been like that. Well, we have the evidence we need. Let's go find Mr. Crossell.
My friend. What?
Miss Yanfei, have you finished your investigation? I trust you will now be in a position.
Yes,
Wonderful. Well,
Of course. Mr. Crossell, you must pay Mr. Chow.
sure. Wait, what? Me pay?
Not at all. According to my investigations and the material evidence that we've gathered, the substance claimed to be smaragd. Now, the contract states very clearly that 10 times the price shall be paid should the article not be genuine.
Material evidence? What material evidence? I spent a huge sum to obtain that smaragdus jadeite, and yet you claim that the ore inlaid on the hairpins is somehow fake? I demand to see your evidence.
Indeed. Only a testimony from an expert witness involved in the process. This is a processing record from the Jade Mystery, along with...
Seriously? In any case...
That's an unsubstantiated belief.
Well, your claim that my ore is fake is just as...
Ugh. Looks like our first piece of evidence.
Hard evidence. Something legally binding. We have just the thing. Show him, Traveler.
This document proves that my hairpins are the real deal, doesn't it?
Our second piece of evidence didn't work either.
You know, you could be right.
Of course I'm right. All the evidence shown...
Well, hang on a moment now, because I do... Traveler, would you do the honors? This shall serve as decisive proof of our...
What's this?
Smaragdus jadeite springs forth from stone marrow within the mountains and will bring disaster to any mere mortals who sustained contact with Smaragdus jadeite over a prolonged period will, in less serious cases. Mr. Crossell, were you aware of these
I...
No idea, you say? I'd guessed as... I'm afraid that this falls outside the scope of my work, but within that of... However, I'm sure that the Ministry will be relatively lenient. Don't worry, Mr. Crossell. I will make sure that all... I trust that you'll give them your full
What? Wait!
Oh, so you knew? Oh, dear, Mr. Crossell. But if you knew of Smaragdus jadeite's stain...
Huh? No,
Aren't actually inlaid with genuine Smaragdus jadeite? Is that what... You do understand, Mr. Crossell, that this means... Mr. Crossell, your answer...
He's seriously intimidating right now.
I admit it. I confess. But I'm a victim in all of this, too. I invested a great deal of time, but after receiving it and carrying it around for a few days, I started to feel... I went to Boo Boo Pharmacy to get myself checked out, only to discover that's why I had another pair of hairpins made from Smaragdus nephrite, which I kept the real Smaragdus jadeite in a specially made box. I was worried that someone would see through it, which is why I only dared to rent them out, not sell them. And then to...
Exactly! If they weren't the real deal...
I didn't want to either, but when I purchased that Smaragdus jadeite, some of my business partners found out. I knew they'd be watching closely to... If word got out that I sold a...
All right, let's cut the appeals phase right there. I failed to see what bearing any of this has on your transaction with my client.
10 times.
Crossell looks like he could faint any second.
As for me, according to my contract with Mr. Chow, 20% of that sum will go...
20%? That's as much as I spent on that Smaragdus jadeite.
There's no need. Even if the Smaragdus jadeite on those hairpins was fake, I still bear responsibility for losing them. However, Mr. Crossell, since you have no use for that chunk of Smaragdus jadeite, why don't you give it to me instead?
What? But all right.
Miss Yanfei, I'll turn this Smaragdus jadeite over to you.
Well, that's not quite how the rules say this should go. But whatever, it'll do.
Thanks so much for your help this time, Miss Yanfei.
Oh, come on. No need to stand on ceremony. Well then, that's good. Mr. Crossell, it seems that my client has no...
Is...
Actually, Mr. Crossell, I'd like to talk, but I could see from the hairpins you produce that you're very skilled in jewelry design. My family, on the other hand, works in the ore business, and we have a. If we could join forces, you.
Well, that's that. And we've got the Smaragdus Jadeite that Granny wants too. All's well that ends.
Exactly. Usually when someone tells us they've lost something, we end up searching. Even though
The right solution depends on your perspective on the problem. The objective of my client, Mr. Chow, was to reduce her liability to pay compensation. So, rather than looking high and low for some hairpin, an Adeptus. Speaking of, you took part in that battle, didn't you? Liyue Harbor is now a city ruled by. The title of Adeptus means precious little to me compared to my job as a legal advisor. In any case, don't you think that the Liyue Harbor of today...
Paimon can think of someone who would definitely disagree with your reasoning.
Well, since we got what we came for, it's time to pay Granny a visit.
Ah, you've returned. How did it go? Were you able to find the Smaragdus Jadeite? Good, good.
Well, if we're all set, Granny, I'll get going now. Gotta...
Oh, you. All right, then. Go see to your business.
I'm off then. Bye! Oh, yes, Traveler. Make sure you don't lose the business card I gave you. I've been looking into the laws of other nations as well. If you should ever bump into any trouble with the law, come find me.
Come now, child. Are you leaving or are you not? If you have no...
I'm leaving! I'm leaving!
That child. Goodness knows where she learned to be so rambunctious. Her father was hardly so riotous or fond of talking nonsense back in the day when he stood... Indeed she is. Liu Yanfei might be overly garrulous, but she is also the... Liyue is not the same place I once knew. All right, then. Let us speak of this no more. Back on topic.
Oh, Paimon's so excited! How is it made?
It is but a single teep. There we go. This Serenity Pot is all yours now. Hold it firmly. If you were to drop it, oh goodness, who knows what might Take these blueprints with you as well. You'll need them if you wish to make your teapot a little more
Wait a minute, Granny! How exactly are we supposed to...
Oh, you needn't worry about that. I've already arranged for a certain little...
neighborhood. peaceful neighborhood. This is a peaceful neighborhood.
Run from death.
Back at ya! Take this!
Life goes on.
Vamos a hacerlo.
Ah, cold beer after a hard day's work. Nothing like it. If you ever want to trade tactics, I'm always ready. If you ever want to trade tactics, I'm always ready. Hard to remain on dry land for so long.